stop sharing and then share again. Okay, so you guys said micro meant small. Does anyone remember what scope meant? Go ahead and just unmute if you want to share. Scope. Anybody remember? It had like 3 words that worked for it. See. Come on, I need big brave friends. Where are we typing it in here? That's very sweet, Brody. But try to stay focused, my friend. Tell her we said hi. Brody, did you have your hand up?
Hi.
Hi. Brody, do you remember what the word scope meant, or the chunk of word scope?
Scope means
Remember, micro was small. Scope meant to.
Scope is to look.
Excellent. It was look, see, or even watch, right? So those were those 2 chunks of words, micro and scope. If I put together those 2 chunks of word, what could it possibly mean? So small and see, look, watch. What could that mean? Go ahead and mute your mic or share in the chat. It's up to you. I'm watching both.
Can you say microscope? Microscope.
Yeah, so what could microscope mean?
Right here.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I accidentally didn't mute the microphone and my baby sister was talking.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and mute it, my friend. If anybody wants to share what they think those 2 chunks mean, you can unmute or you can type it in the chat. Remember, the more participation we have, the more time we have left over at the end.
Micro means small. Microscope means you're looking or watching at small things.
All right. Thank you for being a brave friend. So we have small, look, see, watch. So he's saying a microscope is when you look or watch small things. Could that totally work? Yeah. And with this, I don't want friends to just Google what is a microscope, because that's not using your own brain. We want to look at those little chunks and think like, oh, is this why this is that way? Or, oh, I think this word means this. So you're going to have something just like this on your assignment. So I want you guys to really, really focus. So microscope, here we have our definition. Then it says picture of the word. I don't know. How about type in the chat if you have inserted a picture into a PowerPoint project before. If you know how to insert it or draw, just say yes, like you've seen it before, or no, you don't know how to do it. Yes, I have inserted a picture on PowerPoint before, or no, I have not. That way I know how long to take to show you. I see people talking in the chat, but not quiet about what we're talking about. In the chat, you're welcome to message, yes, I've inserted a picture or added a picture onto PowerPoint before, or no, I have not. Brody says he hasn't. Brody's my only friend participating. Oh, Emily hasn't. Okay, so is this pretty new for most of you guys? It's okay, that's okay. That's why I give you plenty of time to do this assignment, because I know part of it is just figuring it out. Karen hasn't, thank you, thank you. Ariani hasn't, okay. Sebastian hasn't, all right, thank you so much. That tells me we have our good listening ears on, and I'm happy to show you. So for the picture of the word, you can be super easy peasy about it. Can you guys can still see what I'm doing. Come up here to that top bar, there's File, Home, Insert. So I go Insert, which just means put something in. And see all these, you can add a table. Here's pictures. I often use shapes where you can use all these different shapes to build the picture if you want to be super creative. Or if you're thinking, oh man, I don't know how I'd make a microscope, you would just click on pictures. And not from your device, that just means from your computer or tablet or whatever it is. Stop what? I don't see anybody doing anything, my friend. Oh. Yes, guys, let's really try to focus because I want to make sure we have time for you. I think it's important we get to know each other. Okay, so I like to go to online pictures because if you don't have a picture of a microscope, that's not going to help you. So online pictures, it's pretty safe. It searches safer pictures on the internet. So I would type the word microscope into the search and I hit enter. And it gives me all these options. I can use realistic pictures. I can use cute little clip art pictures. If I don't like any of those, try a different word, like maybe magnifying glass, or, ooh, I wanted a really cool picture of germs, so it looked like they were really up close. Not germ microscope, germs. See, like that? That's looking at something small. Or if I can find one, oh, see? I kind of like that, actually. It's not a microscope, it's a magnifying glass, but that works. I was going to show you when it inserts the picture, sometimes it's giant like that, and you don't want it to cover up your whole slide. So in the corners, you just click and drag it to the size that you like. If you make it like too small, just click and do the same thing. But I'm gonna say like that would be great. And then I just put it right there. Easy peasy, right? Unmute your mic if I'm going too fast or you need to see something again, because I know some of you said you had, or most of you said you hadn't done this before, and I want to make sure I don't go too fast. So an example of the word used in a sentence. So how could I use the word microscope in a sentence? Maddie, did you have a question?
I wanted to know, where could you find this?
Find what?
Find where you are right now.
What do you mean, like this PowerPoint?
Yeah.
So I have shared it on for our assignments. I just assigned it today, and you have until Sunday evening to finish it. So if you find that it's not working out well for you, feel free to ask anytime this week. But I just added it this morning.
Okay.
And then, let's see, I had another friend. Karen, did you have a question or comment?
Yeah, so is there is that one of our assignments?
Yes, I just added it this morning, but you have all week to do it. I just want to make sure you guys know what to do because some friends like to work ahead. So just want to make sure we got this.
Where do you get the pictures? I left on accident, so I didn't really see.
No problem. I will show you again. So here we have at the top, it'll say file. You don't want that one. Home, insert. So insert just means to put something in, add it in. So I'm going to go pictures. And you don't want the ones from your device because I don't know if you have a picture of a microscope. Stock images, I don't really use that, but I use the online pictures. So insert, click, pictures, click, online pictures, click, and it'll bring up this little search bar and you type the word you want to search. And so I said microscope, and let's see, this is what it brings up. So I can pick any of these. Let me move this over here. Let's say I want this one. I'm going to click insert. Oh, perfect. This one went way too big. And you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Click on that corner with the little circle and you can shrink it down. Or if after it's on there for a minute, I can say like, oh man, I don't really like that one as much. Click on it and then hit backspace. I'm going to use this one instead. And then shrink it down a little more. But it's up to you. You can have multiple pictures. Just make sure it doesn't cover up your work. Did that help a little?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then, perfect. Okay. All right. So, and again, you can also, if you want to insert and go to shapes, and you are like, you are actually able to use these shapes. You can build a picture of something if you want to make your own microscope image, but it would take more time. So it's kind of up to you. Does anybody have an example of the word? Like, can you use it in a sentence? The word microscope? Hey, Jacob. Karen, did you have a question or comment?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, okay. Anybody want to use microscope in a sentence for me? Come on, brave friends. I believe in you. It can be in the chat as well if you're a shy friend. Ah, my light likes to turn off.
I can use microscope in a sentence.
Sure.
I look in the microscope and I see a lot of germs.
Excellent. So I look in the microscope and I see a lot of germs. And me, you don't have to do this, but I like to highlight it and then see how that pops up. I'm going to put underline to prove to Miss Fife. See, I did it. All right. Does this make sense to you guys? Do you have any questions? This is a great time to ask. Thank you so much, Brody. Questions, comments? Do you guys want to see where I found this? I saw that question come up a lot. I see a couple head nods. Can you do that? All right, let me go so you can see my team's screen. And I did help a friend today. They could not get logged into their Teams account. And so I do realize not all of you have this on the left-hand side. I just found that out today. So mostly look for the icons. When I say like, I'm going to the Teams icon, it could be down here at the bottom. Just look for Teams. And then you guys are block 1. So I'll go in there. And then it actually, oh, look, it pops up right in general because I just posted it this morning. So it says vocabulary, word work, cosmic. And those are the 2 chunks, cosm and ick. So if I want to view the assignment, yeah, should be, I'll go student view. Here's the instructions. It's kind of what I just told you what we're doing. And I have it in a little PowerPoint. So when you click into it, that first page will be what we just worked on, microscope. And then the second page, you should be able to edit and then put in, I put the word just to save you a little time, but you do the definition, the picture, and the example. Does that make sense? Any questions, comments? No? You guys are okay with that? All right. So let me go ahead. Oh. Don't forget, let me know if seriously, if anything didn't quite click with you, this is the time to ask. I wanted to let you guys know that